Welcome to the Darkverse channel *. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, share. I saw her die. I watched her heart monitor flatline. I held her hand until it went cold. I signed the death certificate. I kissed her forehead one last time. She was gone. Dead. My wife. Maya. We buried her yesterday. It rained. Like the sky was grieving with me. People cried. Some whispered. Some didn't know what to say, but I didn't care. I had nothing left to lose. I was broken, hollow, silent. When the ceremony ended, I stood there, alone, looking at the coffin, the soil covering her like a heavy blanket. She hated the cold. I wanted to dig her back up and hold her, but instead, I walked home, alone, to an empty house, and a bed that still smelled like her. That night, I didn't sleep, just sat, staring at the ceiling. Every creak in the house felt louder. Every shadow seemed to breathe, but it was just grief. That's what I told myself. Grief plays tricks on your mind. It makes you see things that aren't there, hear things you shouldn't. Around 2:13 a.m., I heard a knock. 3 soft knocks. At the front door, I froze. No one knocks at that hour. No one should. It came again. 3 slow knocks. I walked to the door. Carefully, I looked through the peephole. No one. The porch was empty. I opened the door. Nothing. Just cold air and silence. I closed the door. Locked it. Tried to shake the feeling. But I couldn't. I went to bed. Or tried to dot at 3:08 a.m. I heard it again. 3 knocks, slower this time, heavier. I rushed to the door. Again, no one, but something was off. The doormat was wet, like someone had stood there dripping. I checked the cameras, nothing. They recorded nothing. The system was working, but the timeline was empty. Like those moments didn't exist. The next morning, I went to the cemetery. To her grave, the earth was disturbed. Not dug up, but shifted. Like something had pushed from inside. I stood there, staring. My chest tight, my brain racing. I told myself it was animals. Or settling soil. But my gut said otherwise. That night, I didn't sleep. I sat near the door, watching, waiting. 1:59 a.m. The lights flickered. 2 o'clock. The air got cold. So cold I could see my breath. Then 3 knocks. But this time, they weren't from the door. They were from the window. The living room window. At eye level, I turned. My heart pounding. Someone was standing there. A woman. Long black hair. Pale face. Eyes wide. I stepped closer. The porch light flicked on. And I saw her face. I saw the scar above her eyebrow. I saw the necklace I buried her with. It was Maya, my wife, standing outside, staring at me. Dead, but not gone. She didn't speak. She didn't move. Just watched me, unblinking, her lips slightly parted, like she wanted to say something. I opened the door, ran outside, but she was gone. No trace. Just a faint scent of her perfume, the one she wore on our wedding day. I stood there, shaking, confused, terrified, hopeful. But why? She was dead. She died in my arms. The next day, I didn't leave the house. I waited. I replayed the footage. Again, nothing. No woman, no knocks, no sign she was ever there. But I knew what I saw. 2 a.m. that night, it happened again. 3 knocks, this time from the back door. I ran, opened it. There she was. Maya, pale, eyes dark, skin down. She stepped in, silent. I froze. She reached out. Her hand touched mine. Cold, like ice. Her lips moved, but no sound. Then she whispered, so soft I barely heard it. You buried me wrong. I stared at her. What do you mean? She looked around. The house, the photos, the walls. You let them lie. What? Lie? I asked. They said I died in my sleep, she said. I didn't. My blood turned to ice. What happened to you, Maya? She looked at me, straight into me. I was awake when they zipped the bag. I stepped back. No, I saw you. You were gone. She shook her head. I was paralyzed, screaming inside. You didn't know. You cried, and I couldn't answer. Tears streamed down my face. She continued. They put me in the ground while I was still here, and now I can't rest. She stepped closer. You need to dig me up. What? You have to see it. You have to know what they did. My hands trembled, my throat dry. Please, she whispered. Tonight. Then she vanished. Gone. No door open. No window. Just gone. I didn't sleep. I couldn't. At sunrise. I went back to the cemetery. Shovel in hand. Heart in pieces. I found her grave. Looked around. Empty. Just me. And the dirt I dug. Each scoop felt wrong. Like I was violating something sacred. But I kept going. Until I hit the coffin. Wood. Wet. I hesitated. Then opened it. The inside was scratched. Claw marks. Long, deep. Fingernails broken. Blood stains. My wife. Laying there. Mouth open. Froth at the edge. Eyes wide. Not peaceful. Not at rest. She had died screaming. I fell to my knees. Vomited. Cried. Screamed. She was right. She wasn't. Dead when we buried her. She suffered. Alone. Trapped. I reported it. They dismissed it. Called it grief. Called it hallucination. No investigation. No answers. That night, she knocked again. 3 knocks. I didn't open. I couldn't. Maya? I whispered. She spoke through the door. They won't listen. They think I'm a dream, but I'm still here until someone believes. I sat on the floor, back to the door. Crying. She knocked again. Then silence. The next day, the scratches appeared. Inside the house. Walls. Floor. Bathroom mirror. She was marking her way in. I moved out, but she followed. New house. New town. Same knocks. Same time. 2 o'clock. Every night. She died yesterday, I told people. But she knocks tonight. They laughed until they heard it. Until they saw her. My neighbor moved away. The mailman refused to come near. The priest visited. He blessed the house. The knocking stopped. For 2 nights. Then came louder, harder, more furious, like she was angry. And then she spoke through the walls. You left me. You let them bury me. You let me die. Again. I screamed. I didn't know. But she didn't care. You can't explain guilt to the dead. I tried to move again. She followed. I stopped running. I invited her in. I lit candles, hung her pictures, played her favorite songs. She sat beside me. Not as a ghost, not as a shadow, but something in between. We didn't talk. We just sat in silence. Like old times. Then she whispered, I forgive you. I looked up. Tears in my eyes. I miss you. She smiled. Faint. Broken. Beautiful. Then she said something I'll never forget. Let me go. And just like that, she was gone. No knocks. That night, no cold air. No voices. Just quiet. I visited her grave again. Left flowers. Said her name. I'm sorry. The wind blew softly. Peacefully. Since then, the knocking stopped. But sometimes, when I dream, I see her. Smiling. Whole. Free. And I wake up with tears because I know she died yesterday. But she finally stopped knocking Dot, but I couldn't let it go. Not entirely. Some nights, I sat by the door. Not because I expected her, but because I missed the sound, the knocks. They had become a part of me, of my grief, of my guilt. I kept wondering, what if I had checked better? What if I had noticed she was still alive? What if I had fought harder? Guilt is a ghost too. It doesn't knock. It just moves in, unpacks, and stays. A year passed. No knocks, no whispers. Just silence, but silence can scream. I started visiting the cemetery more often. Not to dig, not to beg, just to sit, to be near her. I brought her favorite books, read aloud, told her stories. Like I used to Dot, and once, just once, I thought I heard laughter, faint, like wind through the leaves. But warm Dot, maybe it was her. Maybe she was healing too. Dot one evening, a woman came to her grave. She didn't say her name, just stood there beside me. "You're the husband," she said. I nodded. Dot. She handed me an envelope and walked away. I opened it. Dot. Inside was a photo. A hospital room. Maya, eyes open, fear in her face. And a man standing beside her. Not me. Someone else. Dot. There was a note. She didn't die in her sleep. She wasn't alone. They lied to you. She tried to tell the truth, and they silenced her. I felt sick. Who was he? Why was Maya so afraid? And why didn't I know? I started digging. Old records, hospital staff, security footage. I found nothing. Everything wiped clean. Dot. Scrubbed. Dot. As if someone didn't want the truth found. Then one night, a knock, 2 a.m. I froze. Dot. It had been over a year. Dot. Another knock. Dot. Slower. Dot. Angry. Dot. Just. There. I opened the door. Dot. No one. But there was a note. One sentence. He's still out there. I knew what I had to do. Dot. Maya didn't just die. She was killed. Buried alive. Covered up. Dot. And now, she was warning me. Or maybe asking me. I made a list. Everyone from the hospital. Doctors, nurses, administrators. I started visiting them, asking questions. Most didn't talk, but one did. Dot. An orderly. He said Maya had complained, said someone touched her, watched her, followed her. She asked for protection. And the next day, she was dead. He said she didn't look sick enough to die, that she was awake. Dot. Terrified. Dot. Then suddenly still. He said he heard a scream before the machines went flat, but when he told his supervisor, they told him to keep quiet, paid him off. I asked for names. He gave one. Dot. Dr. Rendell. I remembered him. He was the one who signed her release form, the one who told me it was peaceful. Found him, living 2 states away, big house, new job. I knocked on his door. Dot. He answered. Do you remember Maya Carter? I asked. Dot. He froze. Who are you? Her husband. He swallowed, paled. I don't want trouble, he said. You already caused it. He invited me in, nervous, shaking. He confessed. Dot. Said he found out she was going to file a report against a staff member, his colleague, someone dangerous. Dot. If the truth came out, the hospital would fall. He would fall. Dot. So they sedated her, declared her brain dead, filed false papers, buried her before tests could be done. And I believed them. I let them do it. She screamed, he said. I still hear it. I stood up. I do too. And then I left. I didn't go to the police. No one would.